While all the companies were chasing electric vehicles, Tata was busy developing an engine that is now shaking the entire global market. At a time when every auto show was dominated by discussions about EVs, batteries, and charging, Tata was quietly working on something else entirely. No fanfare, no big announcements, just a secret project. And now that project is creating a stir in the auto industry. Today, everyone had accepted that the era of diesel was over. People believed that diesel engines would soon become a thing of the past, but Tata challenged that very notion. The question isn't why this new diesel engine was developed, but why now? And the biggest question of all, could this engine actually pose a threat to the electric vehicle industry? The claims being made about this new diesel engine are astonishing. Lower fuel consumption, more power, less maintenance, and all while meeting upcoming stringent emission norms. Most interestingly, Tata has designed this engine not just for India, but with the global market in mind. In this video, we'll explore why this new Tata diesel engine is considered so special, what technology it incorporates that is making AV companies nervous, and whether it can truly challenge the future of electric vehicles. Stay tuned until the end of the video because the final part might completely change your perspective. And before we proceed, please subscribe to the channel so you can be among the first to see videos like this. Before we talk about Tata's new market-disrupting engine, it's important to pause and understand just how powerful Tata Motors itself is. Because when a company makes such a bold claim, it's not just about a single engine, it's about an entire system, decades of experience, and a long-term vision. Today, Tata Motors is no longer just an Indian car company, it has become a global automobile player. The Tata Group's name is known not only in India, but also in Europe, America, Africa, and Asia. Tata owns British luxury brands like Jaguar Land Rover, which in itself speaks volumes about the level at which Tata operates. The very brands that Western countries considered their own for decades are now operating under an Indian company. If we talk specifically about the automotive market, Tata Motors has a network spread across more than 125 countries. In India, Tata is among the top players in passenger vehicles, but its hold on the commercial vehicle segment is equally strong. Trucks, buses, mini trucks. Wherever you look, you'll find the Tata name. This is the segment where Western companies still cannot directly compete with Tata in India and many developing countries. Now let's talk about competing with Western countries. Companies in America and Europe mostly focus on high-cost, high-tech, and premium segments. Tata's greatest strength, however, is value for money. Tata manufactures vehicles that are affordable, robust, and capable of handling all kinds of roads. This is why Tata vehicles are considered more reliable in many countries in Africa, South America, and Asia compared to many Western brands. Now, if we talk about last year's sales, Tata Motors sold more than 4 million vehicles worldwide. This includes passenger cars, commercial vehicles, and Jaguar Land Rover sales all combined. In India alone, Tata sold over 550,000 vehicles in the passenger vehicle segment, a significant record in itself. This demonstrates that Tata's strength lies not only in EVs, but also in its strong presence in ICE, internal combustion engine, diesel, and petrol vehicle segments. Most importantly, Tata's growth isn't dependent on a single country or technology. While Western companies are betting on a single direction, fully electric vehicles, Tata has kept all its options open. EVs, petrol, diesel, CNG, Hubit, it's working on every option. This approach sets Tata apart and is what worries Western companies. In Western countries, infrastructure, charging networks, and costs remain major challenges. Tata, however, understands markets where roads aren't perfect. Electricity isn't universally available, and people need vehicles that last for years. That's why when Tata introduces a new engine in a segment like diesel, the world takes notice. So when we talk about Tata's new engine, it's not just an experiment by a small company. It's a strategic move by a company that has already challenged the Western world in terms of ownership, market reach, and on-the-ground understanding. And perhaps that's why the entire auto industry is closely watching every move Tata makes today. This isn't just an engine launch, it's a signal that the future won't be the same everywhere. While EVs will advance rapidly in some places, advanced diesel and hybrid vehicles will remain the practical solution in others. Tata's engine can be a game cure in these markets because it understands reality, not just follows trends. And perhaps that's what makes it so powerful, why the EV industry is truly afraid. The question is straightforward. If Tata's new diesel engine is truly successful, why is the EV industry so afraid? After all, EVs are the future. So, what's the cause for alarm? The real fear isn't of EVs themselves, but of the return of choice. For the past few years, people have been presented with a single narrative: EVs are the future. There is no other option. Governments have offered incentives after companies have invested heavily, and consumers have been made to feel that if they don't buy an EV, they will be left behind. But if Tata's engine forces people to think there's still a practical option available, the entire balance could be disrupted. EV adoption accelerates when people feel they have no better alternative. But as advanced diesel and smart hybrid options become stronger, the decision-making process slows down. People pause, compare, and don't make hasty decisions. And this slowdown makes EV companies uncomfortable because their entire business model is based on speed. Now imagine if a customer who is about to buy an EV says, "Let's see how Tata's new engine performs first." It's not just one sale that's lost, but the entire planning process is shaken. EV companies are currently running on heavy investments, battery plants, charging networks, supply chains. They need fast adoption, but Tata's engine could put the brakes on that fast track. Another reason for the fear is that Tata is not a small company. If an unknown brand made such a claim, the industry would ignore it. But when a name like Tata reinvents diesel, it's not easy to ignore. Investors, governments, and consumers all start paying attention. This brings us to Tata's long-term master plan. Tata isn't just fighting today's battle, they are charting a course for the next 10 to 15 years. Tata knows that the world won't become ever ready overnight. In some places, EVs will thrive. In others, hybrids will be more popular, and in some advanced diesel will remain the most practical option. The focus on this innovative direction from Tata is a compelling reminder that the journey towards sustainable mobility is not a single-lane highway, but a complex network of diverse routes. This new engine development represents more than just an advancement in internal combustion technology. It signifies a strategic commitment to providing practical, efficient, and accessible solutions for a global customer base with varying needs and infrastructural realities. The industry-wide attention it is garnering underscores a pivotal moment of re-evaluation, where the absolute dominance of a single technology pathway is being thoughtfully questioned. By investing in and refining diesel technology to meet future standards, Tata is effectively expanding the toolkit available for reducing emissions and enhancing efficiency worldwide. This move champions the principle of technological inclusivity, ensuring that progress is not limited to those in regions with mature EV infrastructure but is extended to markets still on the path to development. The resultant dialogue between established and emerging powertrain technologies ultimately benefits the consumer, fostering competition that prioritizes innovation. It is a testament to the philosophy that the future of transportation will be built on a foundation of multiple coexisting solutions, each playing a critical role in a balanced and pragmatic transition. This approach does not diminish the importance of electric vehicles, but rather places them within a broader, more resilient ecosystem of mobility options. The conversation sparked by this development is crucial, as it pushes the entire automotive sector to advance more thoughtfully, responsibly, and inclusively on all fronts. Therefore, Tata has chosen a balanced strategy. Tata is working on EVs, modernizing diesel engines, and also considering hybrid technology as a strong bridge to the future. This forward-thinking approach is what makes them visionary. Tata isn't blindly chasing a single trend, but rather developing options based on ground realities. Today, EV companies are playing an all-in game. Either EVs will succeed or nothing will. Tata is playing an all-W weather strategy. Whether it's rain, sunshine, or a storm, they are prepared for all eventualities. This is why Tata enjoys greater trust, especially in emerging markets. And this is precisely what scares the EV industry the most. Because if consumers have reliable alternatives, they cannot be forced into adopting EVs out of fear. Then EVs will truly have to prove themselves in terms of infrastructure, cost, and convenience. Ultimately, it's important to understand that Tata is not against EVs. Tata is not against the future. Tata is simply saying that the future is built not on one path, but on many. And perhaps this very approach will be the biggest differentiator in the auto industry in the coming decade. If you want to be among the first to know the inside truths of the auto industry and the major changes coming your way, subscribe to the channel now.